Hey guys, Kyle here, AA0Z. Welcome to the channel and welcome to probably one of the final MOQP updates I'm going to do. Today is April 3rd. We're about a week away from the Missouri QSO party and wanted to give you a few updates here. First update is the map is looking pretty good. We've got almost every single county in Missouri planning to be activated except for Pike County, which is just above Lincoln here. Hopefully we can get that activated. If you're not putting your activations into the map, all you have to do is click on the map and it'll take you to this screen and then you can put your activations in. I've already done a video on this, so I'm not going to get into it. It's pretty easy to do, but we're looking for everyone to put their activations in. Hopefully we can get a lot of mobiles and portables on the air so we can get all 115 counties activated during the QSO party. That would be awesome if we could get those all activated. I don't think that that has been done before, so if we could do that this year, that would be awesome. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is we put a news drop down in the links button here. If you click on MOQP News, it's going to take you to my two videos that I've done previously. So you can take a look at those. It's got new information from February to March, and then here's the April update. I'm going to do another update right before the Missouri QSO party. So if you want to get all of the updates, watch these two videos, and they'll bring you up to date. Next thing I want to talk about is be sure and be looking at the links section on the homepage. First, this APRS tracker, if you're a mobile or a portable, you want to download this on your phone and you want to use this so we can, the people that are stationary, I'm going to be in a single location. I'm going to be able to track you guys that are mobile and portable to see that you went to another county, and it's going to track you in real time. Now, it's not going to spot you. You still have to spot yourself on the networks, but it's going to track you, and I'm going to be able to see where you are in the state. Granted, if you have cell phone coverage. You could do the same thing with APRS on your radio, but the digipeaters and the iGates are few and far between in the state of Missouri, so I would probably rely on putting this application on your phone and using it in conjunction with a 2-meter radio if you have that. So take a look at that. That's going to be a useful thing for you to install. The spotting page. We have had issues in the past with spotting. This page has gone down during the weekend. I'm a little suspicious that we have Georgia QSO party and New Mexico QSO party on the same weekend. They're spotting on this service too. So we're just going to have to deal with the punches here. Again, you can self-spot. Spot yourself often on this page. If you go to a new location, put your spot out there. This is where I'm going to be looking for you for all the Missouri QSO spots, and you can get to this through the Bears MOQP homepage, as I just showed you down here in the spotting page. Here is the link to the Facebook page. A lot of great discussion happening on the Missouri QSO Party Facebook page. If you're not a member, I suggest getting into the group and becoming a member. This is where you can post questions. We'll get to you as soon as possible. Had a lot of new members lately. So if you want some real-time feedback and have a question, get on Facebook, be a part of this group. Ask your question. Somebody will get back to you and throw out their opinion. I monitor this group all the time, so I'm in there, fielding questions and making sure things are followed up on. Also, I wanted to go over some slides for the MOQP that I have presented to other clubs in the past, the last couple of weeks. Again, all of the information is on the webpage. Go out there. We've got the Facebook page. I just talked about this. We've got my videos that will give you more information, insight to some things going on in the background that you might be aware of. We talked about the new rule changes. If you haven't downloaded the rules, take a look at those new rules. We've got some new rule changes. Some other things that I want to talk about is during the contest, self-spotting is allowed. Like I said, go out and spot yourself often. Make yourself known where you're at so people can find you. Another thing that we're trying this year that we've tried in years past is 80 meters on top of the hour. So like at 50 or 55 minutes to all the way to 5 to 10 minutes after, get on 80 meters and call CQ. You wouldn't believe how clear you can hear stations in and around the Midwest. So if you can remember and you have 80 meters, get on 80 meters at the top of the hour and call CQ so we can find you. Especially if you got a waterfall, you can totally see where those people are calling CQ and you can grab them really quick. Don't forget to use 40 meters and 80 meters during the day for bonus points. So those are those extra up to 250 bonus points that you can get added to your score at the end. Also, look for the mobiles and portables on the mobile APRS tracker. Another tip is if you're going to roam and do mobile or portable, try and use the same frequency in each county. Now, I understand that with the Georgia QSO party and other QSO parties, other contests going on, and POTA going on at the same time, on single sideband, using the same frequency might be tough. Totally understand. I think it's a little bit easier on CW, or if you're going to try RIDI or PSK 31. It might be a little bit easier, but try and use the same frequency in each county so we can, get in the habit of finding you guys and working you quickly. Also, CQ contest or CQ MOQP is probably the CQ that you want to use. Tips and tricks after the contest. So we need your Cabrillo file. We're not accepting paper files this year. Everything is digital. You can submit your log. Here's the website. If you go to the home page and go to submit your log, it's a very easy process. There's instructions on there. Mike has done a very good job in this submission process. So let's be sure and follow it. Give us your thoughts on the contest in the soapbox area. There's a text area where you can give your comments. I want to hear your comments, and we're going to feature them in a video and talk about them. We also want you to submit any pictures. If you got any pictures, put that on the Facebook group, and we'll highlight those during a stream and talk about the pictures that you guys submit and the good time that you're having. Submit your score to 3830 scores. Now, you don't have to do this, but this is a good place to brag about your scores, see how other people are doing in your category. So if you're not familiar with 3830 scores, you might want to take a look at that. Also, there is the real-time scoreboard. N1MM, N3FJP, DXlog, all of the major loggers have the ability to send your score in real time, if you have internet, to the online scoreboard. The Missouri QSO party is going to be set up there, so if you have the ability to send your score to the scoreboard, go ahead and do that. It's a good thing. In the world of ham radio contesting, in a perfect world, I would love to see real-time adjudication and being able to find out how you did literally 30 seconds after the contest ends, instead of having this period where you have to submit your log, have it adjudicated, and then find out 30 days later how you did. So real-time scoring, real-time contesting is coming, hopefully. Also, watch the MOQP homepage after the contest for updates. My time period is logs are due 15 days after the contest. We're going to take a look, figure out what are considered check logs. We're going to resolve any issues. My goal is to have the results posted within 30 days of the contest, plaques be mailed within 45 to 60 days, and certificates be available for download after 60 days. If we can tighten that up, we're going to tighten that up. So that's what the time frame is. Also, if you are interested in sponsoring a plaque. We do have more plaques this year. We're trying to pare down the number of plaques that we are going to give out next year. Instead of maybe giving out plaques for the categories, we might do some goal-based awards for the plaques. The plaques have just become a pain in the butt. They're expensive. They're going up every single year. By the time, a couple of years from now, it's going to be $100 a plaque, and I don't want to ask people for $100 a plaque. So we're trying to do some other awards-based items. So be looking for that. And certificates. We're looking for an updated look for the 2027 look. The Bears are not going to be sponsoring this in 2027, so we're going to find a new sponsor and put a new plaque out there, or put a new certificate out there for that updated look. And I think that is about it for my update. Again, we're a week away. Thanks for everyone who has put their activation plans into the Missouri QSO party. I did have a question from somebody. If you go into the plans and you click on this tabular listing, it's going to show you all of the counties and all the people that are going to try and activate those counties. I'm looking here, and there's a lot of duplicates here. We have well over 100 people that activate counties in Missouri, so trying to get as many people to enter in their activations into the county plan as possible. So that is it from my end. We'll do another update next week, and we'll hear you guys on the air from Missouri QSO Party. Thanks, 73.